Today I announced an exploratory committee.
I am a candidate for President of the United States of America.
I have decided to run.
Part of the fun of 2020 is there are so many people running on the Democratic side, and it's just this broad maw of individuals. And so it's not only large, it's just large and diverse.
The core of my campaign is the people.
It is a large field, which brings about a host of different questions, how each of the candidates can stand out, what their central message is going to be, as well as how to get attention sticking out for any of these candidates, I think is a challenge.
The cheer part is really important. Can we practice that? Yeah. All right.
There absolutely is this sort of tension among Democrats about whether they need to have a fresh face versus somebody who's been there for a long time and has experience and has proven they can bring the party together. Those options are there. It's kind of like going to Walmart, just so many possible picks.
There may not be a huge gulf on policy because a lot of the candidates they see the energy in the party and they're already trying to move toward the left and to tap into that energy.
So many Democratic activists and Democratic voters are so engaged so much earlier than in the past and quite eager to think about not really what they believe they want in a candidate, but who they think can win the race. It's just you hear it over and over and over again, and it's a very real concern. I think it's a little bit of a warning flag for them.
There's still a relitigation of 2016, and a lot of people are compared to Hillary Clinton, how she ran her campaign.
Especially if you're a female candidate, do you have to defeat Hillary Clinton before you can go on and, be considered the nominee? If there are 4 or 5 strong female candidates, running, then it's a little bit harder for people to say, oh, there's just something I don't like about her, without perhaps becoming aware of their own sort of gendered biases. It's too soon to know, but I think that's sort of the experiment that we're all quite interested in knowing the answer to.
Part of the challenge for the Democrats is to do something that's not defined as just anti-Trump, but it's pro something else. And I think Trump often makes that difficult, as we saw in 2016.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
Getting oxygen, for a Republican challenger to President Trump, I think will be difficult. The Republican Party and the RNC specifically seems to be trying to do as much as they can to prevent any type of primary challenge from even getting off the ground, whether it's certain states proposing not to even have a presidential primary, or penalizing states that do try to do things like that. His grip on the party is still pretty strong.
Trump, he has the advantage of this enormous bully pulpit. We've seen him able to dominate not just a daily news cycle, but like an hour, minute-to-minute news cycle to change the topic of conversation, to make it about him. But he's almost like a media black hole. Like he sucks everything in. And people just didn't realize that the last time. Now they do, but it just might not matter.